We have 4 new releases this week, so let's get to it.
First up, we have the horror film Escape Room.
Escape Room concerns 6 people from all walks of life who are invited to participate in an escape room where they stand to gain $10,000 if they win. However, the dangers are real and the puzzles turn deadly, and now instead of money, they must escape with their lives. What do you think of it, Georgie?
I didn't feel it delivered to my expectations of a horror film, especially after seeing the trailer where I jumped a few times when I saw it in the cinema. And I just wanted there to be more jumps, and there was a lack of tension in my eyes. What did you think?
I think it pitches itself somewhere between the 90s horror film Cube and the entire Saw franchise. And it has neither the character investment of the former or the sort of darkly humorous thrills of the latter. There are some nicely designed sequences, but it ultimately feels weak and uninspired.
It's a 1-star film for me. However, did come out of it wanting to try out an escape room.
What? I don't want to be burned alive. On to the next one.
How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World. It's the latest and reportedly the last in the franchise, which sees Hiccup and Toothless return to do battle with a legendary dragon hunter who has enslaved a female Night Fury to trap them. What did you think of it?
I don't think it offers anything terribly new that the other 2 haven't done before, but it's really bright, it's good-natured, and it has some nicely judged moments of comedy and pathos. I think kids will love it, and I think some adults will too.
I thought the graphics were very immersive. Going by this sequel, I think the story definitely has come to a close.
Yes, I think the end of this film rounds out the trilogy quite nicely.
On to the next film.
It's Can You Ever Forgive Me? A struggling writer, Lee Israel, played by Melissa McCarthy, falls out of favour in the literary world, and in order to pay her bills begins to forge work from artists such as Oscar Wilde and Dorothy Parker. Helping her is her friend James, played by Richard E. Grant, who may have his own agenda. What do you think?
For me, I thought that acting was really good, but it wasn't the most engaging storyline for me. It was a bit like the film we reviewed a couple of weeks ago, Mary Queen of Scots. Great acting, but the story was a bit linear.
Okay. I think the film actually really succeeds on the strength of its 2 main characters. We've always known about how good Richard E. Grant is at playing morally dubious characters, but I think Melissa McCarthy really gets to dig into something outside of her usual comedy roles. They are really great together, and though the film is about fraud and forgery, I think it's their relationship that makes the entire thing work. The next film we have is Green Book.
Green Book is set in the early 1960s, and it looks at the relationship between a renowned black jazz pianist and the racist chauffeur who is hired to drive him on a tour of the Deep South. It stars Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali, and I thought they were just great actors, didn't you? I
think Green Book, though it's been courting some controversy with the family of Dr. Shirley refuting the events of the film, but I don't think that takes anything away from the 2 performances from the leads, who have both chemistry and charisma together. And while it may feel a little safe in its portrayal of the Deep South in the 60s, it's warm-hearted and optimistic, and I think that's something that's kind of lacking in cinema nowadays.
Well, it's got 5 Oscar nominations in total. Best Picture. Viggo Mortensen's been nominated for lead actor for the role. Mahershala Ali is also Best Supporting Actor and Original Screenplay, which are like the top ones, really, the categories they're nominated in. I thought it was a wonderful depiction of racial conflict that happened in the US and the Deep South. Viggo Mortensen's character had his eyes open to the fact that it shouldn't matter if you're black or white.
I think those nominations speak to how strong the film is in its performances. Deservedly so. We also attended an advanced screening of Instant Family, which comes out in 2 weeks. So we won't go into detail here, but I think general thoughts are thumbs up.
Thumbs up for me. What was your film of the week?
It was Green Book. I thought it was excellent.
I agree. That was my film of the week as well. I think it could perform really well at the Oscars.